It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, it's the Commander's Lengthy Corner. He's been one of the NFL's best ball hawks this season with 9 interceptions. It's the Commanders and the Lions on Sunday Night Primetime.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. Their run game has proven superior so far this season, but that could change this week because now they face the best defensive front in the NFL. It won't be easy for them, Charles, to let that ground game do the heavy lifting like they usually do.
I think you're right about that, and I'll guarantee they have a backup plan in place. But I also don't think they want to shy away from what they do best, which is running the football. Maybe their style changes a little bit. Maybe the blocking scheme's different. But they're definitely going to test them in the run game before they abandon it.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around.
Tua to throw right away. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
He's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
Back to Taylor on first down. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Tua going to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game.
And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now a first carry here for Robinson.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson.
1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Bush. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
13 yards there at a Washington first. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. To throw on second down. Bush. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, Bush going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Lions will take over. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He'll get this off to Taylor.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think we have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Bush. Able to hit his target, Lamb. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Robinson with another carry. He'll get this down to the 38. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bush. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Washington.
Robinson up the middle. And he's got room. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun. Bush got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Point after here coming up. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Brian Robinson. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Partner, I think this one would arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So here is Washington now to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Bush. 7 yards there and a first down.
To number 81. A gain of 7.
Operating from the gun, Bush fighting Hilton on the slant. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins.
Complete to Quez Watkins. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Handoff now to Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bush
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
Ball start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. This will be complete to Mechie. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Bush. This is caught by Robinson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
90 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Robinson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Checks this one down to Robinson.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That is caught by Lamb.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
Looking to throw. Bush caught on the slant.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead.
Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
So out now come the Lions.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Commanders.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense.
He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Well, that last one makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. You can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. It doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard. A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 120 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Bush over the middle here. It's Hilton. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Bush. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw again. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Bush. This is caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Going the wide receiver screen is getting enough blockers in front to create a wall, but it pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now the try here for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Derek Stingley picks it, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the visiting Bills who were able to come away with the victory on the road. Josh Allen, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Josh Jacobs, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. And lastly, we'll all be tuned in on Monday night for what should be a great one between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And a big part of their success on the scoreboard is their success in the running game. Over 100 yards as a team in those first 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Lions, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Bush. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lamb. On the move past the 40. Down the right sideline. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A huge play there for Washington. 42 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it to Hilton. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bush. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. Throws right side, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tua now on 1st down. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On play action, here's Tua. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 148 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now with Robinson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A gain of 14, 1st down Commanders. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Oh, he bowls over him. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders have taken a 5-touchdown lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
An extra point forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Time for another look at this Lions offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
a 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for the Lions.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to pass. Tua. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Caleb Farley on the coverage.
Here's Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
And here we go on the next drive for Washington. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
To throw on 2nd down. Bush. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Washington.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Operating from the gun, Bush. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Looking to throw. Bush. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They get 14 back. That leads them to 30.
That they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it bad, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Back to throw. Bush. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. From 3 yards out. And the Commanders have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Operating from the gun, Bush. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. A give left side to Robinson. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Robinson with another carry. And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Washington.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Robinson is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Looking to throw. Bush. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
What a stand there defensively. They force the third and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. After the turnover, it's Tua. This ball caught by Mechie. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's Tagovailoa on first and 10. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now Tua. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick six. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On first down, Tagovailoa. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua finding Williams once more, complete. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This will be caught at about the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Tua going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. John Mechie. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Boswell good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Robinson up the middle. And he'll scratch out only about a yard after the 32. Washington on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Bush. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Handoff now to Robinson. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bush. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Now, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
The Lions offense set to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
And now here's another interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Robinson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the fourth quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
The try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Brian Robinson. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And my goodness, another interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Washington,
they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit.